What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K here, and I'm back hitting you front side with another one. Word up. Now for this one, it's gonna be a what's hot. And what's hot right now. Let the fuckery begin. Yo, Ricardo Mayorga's back. Yo, man, I remember the last time I did a what's hot segment, and Ricardo Mayorga was one of the topics. A cat came to my channel, was like, man, fuck that shit, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no Ricardo Mayorga. Well, I'm going to say, fuck you, dog, because this shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? Anytime Ricardo Mayorga is in the news, I'm talking about him. 43-year-old ex-middleweight champion Ricardo Mayorga will face undefeated Russian prospect Andrei Sirotkin for the WBC silver 168-pound title in Russia. This shit is supposed to happen, I believe, in November. I think they're talking about November. Now, understand, dog. Let's say Ricardo Mayorga fuck around and win this fight. He will be the mandatory for David Benavidez. Y'all remember who that cat is, right? Undefeated at one. He was prospect. Now he's a champion, but he looked bad in his last fight, right? Motherfucker got caught squaring up on the inside with his hands down and off balance and got hit, I think, with a check left hook or maybe a counter right hook by a nigga nobody knows and dropped him, right? He won the entire fight, but he just looked really bad towards the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? And lost a 10-8 round. Ricardo Mayorga might fucking knock him out, dog. I'll fuck with y'all, man. If Ricardo Mayorga wins this fight, becomes his mandatory, I don't even think they even gonna entertain that fight. You know what I'm saying? If I was Benavidez, just for the sake of my legacy and cats who follow me, you know, still respecting me as a fighter, I wouldn't even entertain a Ricardo Mayorga. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mayorga last fought at 175 pounds, KOing a cat that was 12-17. He don't even have the liberty. I'm not even going to take the liberty of saying this nigga name. I know his name, but I'm not saying it. Nope. Not when you 12-17. You ain't work hard enough to get your name said, dog. Word up. And I'm going to read a quote by Mayorga real quick. I quote, "I'm going to eat a bull," Mayorga said. "In Nicaragua, on November 2nd, is the Day of the Dead. But I'm going to make the 3rd of November the Day of the Dead in Russia." Now, I know they don't talk like that, but he's a Latino, so I had to put my little Latino spin on it. You know what I'm saying? So he talking all this shit about basically making Russia the Day of the Dead because in Nicaragua, the 2nd is the Day of the Dead, and November 3rd is when they supposed to fight, right? Now, the Russian cat, he's 13-0, but he only has 3 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And he's fought all of his fights in Russia. Other than that, nobody knows who the fuck he is. So ain't no telling what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Mayorga might fuck around and knock this boy out, man, like he did 12-17 cat. Hey, man, I'm going to give y'all some information on how you can watch the fight. Give y'all motherfuckers some ticket information so y'all can fly to Russia. You know what I'm saying? Watch my man Ricardo Mayorga in action. Word up. Next. The WBC wants to force Jorge Linares to get his ass beat the fuck up by Mikey Garcia. Now, if you watch the beginning of this video, the intro, you'll see that I put the face that Jorge Linares made when he found out the WBC mandated a Mikey Garcia fight. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's in awe. He don't want that work, dog. Now, I'll give you just a tiny bit of a history. Mikey Garcia has been calling Jorge Linares out for quite some time now. You know what I'm saying? And every time, Jorge Linares ain't got shit to say until he's got a fight schedule or Mikey Garcia's got a fight schedule. That's when he start running his fucking mouth. Just fucking recently, man, when he fought Luke Campbell, right? He was talking shit about Mikey Garcia. Yeah, you know, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight Mikey, blah, 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 yada, 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 right? And when Mikey Garcia was scheduled to fight Adrian Broner, he was running his mouth. But there was a time period where neither fighter was fucking scheduled, and Mikey was like, yeah, I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to fight Linares. Linares ain't want no work. He ain't say nothing. He was quiet, right? Motherfucker had a gag order or something. You know what I'm saying? Then there was a time period after the Corolla fight, the second one, Mikey Garcia calling that ass out again. We ain't hear nothing but crickets. You know what I'm saying? So Jorge Linares is one of them niggas that talk big. You know what I'm saying? When there's a situation where he knows the fight ain't gonna happen immediately. You know, there's no opportunity anyway for the fight to happen. But then when there is an opportunity for the fight to happen, he's quiet. Now, I like Jorge Linares. Don't get me wrong. I like him a lot, you know. But it's clear to me that he don't want no Mikey Garcia work. You know what I'm saying? And he probably, and I understand why he don't. You know what I'm saying? It could be another Antonio DeMarco type of knockout. Right? You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, he won't be winning the fight. He'll be getting his ass whooped the entire fucking time until he got knocked out. You feel me? Plus, if you look at Linares' last five fights, you know what I'm saying? He over there on the UK circuit and shit, you know. Out of his last 5, 4 of them were against British cats. And y'all know, you know, no disrespect to the UK, you know, the fans are top notch. I like y'all's commentators. Sometimes y'all could be a little bit biased, like saying some dumb shit like Cal Yafai is the best overall boxer at 115, even over Naoya Inoue, which is complete bullshit. Y'all say dumb biased shit like that, but I still respect the commentators. They call it straight down the middle for the most part. Way better than HBO or any other American commentator besides Paul Malignaggi, right? But let's be real. The UK circuit is second tier. You know, a lot of your fucking best fighters can't fuck with our B-level fighters. Real talk. Now, you know, of course y'all got some champions and shit, but if we throw our A-level fighters at y'all niggas, man, majority of the time you gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So him being over there on the UK circuit is like, oh man, this nigga, you know, he don't want that work. He don't want that work from Mikey. You know, he fought Anthony Crolla. You know, he fought that nigga twice. He fought a cat by the name of Kevin Mitchell, who at this point in time is retired. Kevin Mitchell was undefeated up until he fought his good friend Ricky Burns and was embarrassed by Ricky Burns. And then he ended up losing a bunch of fights after that until he fucking retired, right? And then just recently he fought Luke Campbell, a guy that I've never been high on. He was an Olympic gold medalist, but I was never high on fucking Luke Campbell. I always thought he was overhyped by the UK fans. And Jorge Linares squeaked by with a win. He won by split decision. I thought he should have won by way more than that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He still took the win. And it was expected, right? So that nigga been on the UK circuit. He's kind of been taking a little bit of he's taken the top quality contenders, you know what I'm saying? But he's not really taking the top level fighters in his division right now. You feel me? So we'll see what happens, man. If Linares has been quiet as usual, you know what I'm saying? It's evident to me he don't want this fight. Mikey obviously wants it, but he's trying to get a fight with Miguel Cotto for December. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about going to 154 and fighting Miguel Cotto. I reported on that on the last What's Hot segment. So we'll see what happens, though. If this fight happens, I got Mikey by knockout. Word up. Next, and the last of this segment. Damn, we only 9 minutes in. I'm already on the last one. If Terrence Crawford, our only undisputed champion, of course he got, I think he either relinquished the IBF or he got stripped by the IBF. I think he relinquished it. So he's no longer the undisputed champion officially, but on paper he's still, you know what I'm saying, the last undisputed champion. If he vacates the WBC title at 140, then WBC #1 contender, whom I don't know how the nigga got this spot, Amir Imam, will face the winner of Juan Carlos Ramirez versus Mike Reed for that vacant WBC title. Now, Juan Carlos Ramirez, Mexican cat out of California, hard puncher, man. Just like Adrian Granados, just like Fidel Maldonado. Two guys that made Amir Imam look bad. Imam did beat Maldonado, but Maldonado made him look bad in that fight. And then, of course, Adrian Granado steamrolled that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Juan Carlos Ramirez is another cat that has that ability to do so. You know what I'm saying? He could steamroll Amir Imam, especially if Imam has not learned from stand on the ropes trying to fucking shoulder roll. If he hasn't learned not to do that more than he needs to, he'll fuck around and get steamrolled by this cat, because he's the same type of fighter. And then Mike Reed, he's a brother, you know what I'm saying, from Maryland. Nigga ain't fought nobody, but he did fight a nigga named Cassius Clay. You know what I'm saying? His second pro fight, he fought Cassius Clay. But it ain't the Clay that you thinking of, because this Cassius Clay, his record when he fought him was 0-7. Man, they need to change that nigga name, dog. He can't be Cassius Clay, because Cassius Clay was undefeated. Muhammad Ali was the only one that lost. You know what I'm saying? They need to change that nigga name, dog. This nigga's going defeated. You know what I'm saying? Cassius Clay, the real Cassius Clay, was undefeated. This Cassius Clay is defeated. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But that's the only nigga of note on Mike Reed's resume. But apparently they say he's a slick fighter. I haven't seen him yet. You know what I'm saying? This is a fighter where I can admit I have not seen him fight yet. So they say he's a slick fighter. I think he's 23-0 with 12 knockouts or something like that. Ramirez is 20-0 with 15 knockouts. So that's a pretty decent fight. I think it happens November 11th. I believe that's the date. I'm gonna try to get some information on that fight. That's a fight that could possibly be a pretty good matchup, man. And we could see, you know, maybe Ramirez is a beast. And then after that, we can, you know, make a decision on whether or not he has a chance to beat Imam, or maybe Mike Reed is that nigga. Maybe Cassius Clay, you know what I'm saying? That Cassius Clay win means something. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I'll get some information on that. Also, for the mandatory of the winner of Imam versus Reed or Ramirez, it will be the winner of Viktor Postol versus Regis Prograis. Now, that fight right there, that's a good fight. And actually, if you would have asked me a couple months ago about that fight and who I thought could win it, I wouldn't be able to answer your question. I'd be quiet as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Regis Prograis is a good motherfucker. He's only a prospect, but he's very good. He's one of them fighters that's got that IQ that could possibly be one of the upper echelon type fighters in boxing in his future. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Viktor Postol, man, very awkward. Still one of the best 140-pound fighters out there, even though he lost to Terrence Crawford by a basketball game score and shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's still one of the best 140-pounders out there. So he's got to be taken seriously whenever he's getting ready to fight. But unbeknownst to a lot of cats is that Viktor Postol fought last month. He fought in September. And he fought a cat over in Russia. Ukraine, excuse me. It was in the Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? And he looked like shit. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the cat's name. But I think he's where is that motherfucker from, man? Azerbaijan or some shit. I don't remember where that nigga from. But he's a cat. He's from a different country. And he's fought, I think he was 14-0. And he's fought all of his fights in his home country. And for the first time, he leaves his home country and travels to Kiev, Ukraine to fight Viktor Postol. And he actually gave up a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Viktor Postol, early on in that fight, you know, he established his distance very well. He was countering the shit out the boy. Dude was a little wild running in. You know what I'm saying? But then Viktor Postol seemed to succumb to the pressure a little bit. And not only did he succumb to the pressure, Postol started getting fucking countered over his jab. You know what I'm saying? The Azerbaijan nigga started throwing straight right hands over the top of Viktor Postol's jab, and he was landing clean. But the punch that knocked Viktor Postol down in the 5th round was a wild-ass left hook. It was a lunging left hook, and it was wild as fuck. And when he landed it, Postol goes down, and dude almost tripped over Viktor Postol because he had all his body weight on his front foot. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like a running, lunging left hook. It's terrible. But Postol still got hit by it. So looking at that shit, I was like, damn. You know, Regis Prograis might beat that ass. Might be another one of those Viktor Postol versus Terrence Crawford type of fights. You never know, because, you know, I'm high on Regis Prograis. I think he's got the goods. Also, man, we got an interview. Our podcast interviewed Regis Prograis, and I took the podcast and posted it on my channel. So go on my playlist and go under the interview playlist, and you'll scroll down and you'll see the interview we had with Regis Prograis, man. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? Wish him nothing but the best. I hope he gets this fight because it'll be a good name on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Man, that Papoose on right now. Goddamn. Anyway, y'all niggas don't know nothing. Little niggas don't know nothing about Papoose. They only know that he's married to Remy Ma shit. They don't really know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. But I hope, you know, he gets this fight. It'll be a good name on his resume. And my man can go further. Now, he's talking about fighting Terrence Crawford. He said he thinks that he's got a chance against Crawford. Crawford's been using the ring in his last couple of fights. He feels Crawford ain't going to be using that ring against him. He ain't going to have the opportunity to. And, you know, while I'm high on Regis, I'm going to tell a little nigga to slow it down, bruh. Slow your roll, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is that nigga right now. Slow your roll. But I admire, you know what I'm saying, his enthusiasm. I admire him wanting to become the best in boxing. That's what the fuck we need. And we see a lot of little niggas out here in boxing that don't have that mindset. They trying to take the easiest path to the money, a la Danny Garcia, right? So, anyway, though, big ups to them, man. These are two good fights that could happen if Terrence Crawford relinquishes the WBC title, which I think he will, because Bob Arum has already said that when the GOAT, greatest of all time, Jeff Horn, and I'm not joking, beats his whack-ass mandatory, I think it's his mandatory, just some nigga they pulled, you know what I'm saying, from underneath the overpass over in Australia. When he beats that cat, he's going to be fighting Terrence Crawford in his next fight. So that leaves an open opportunity to a title at 147 for Terrence Crawford. So he's definitely going to drop the WBC title. So we'll have an opportunity to see if Amir Imam is really as good as some of these niggas out here believe he can be. And we'll have an opportunity to see if Regis Prograis is as good as myself and many other believe that he already is, right? It is what it is. You too. Do what you do in the comment section. Be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.